If you want to go from barely having any VC to being a VC millionaire, then you clicked on the right video. In this video, I'm going to be giving y'all the best possible VC methods, and as the video goes on, these methods are only going to get better and better, so stay tuned throughout the video. Before we get into it, if you could subscribe to the channel and drop a like on the video, I would really appreciate it. But with that being said, let's get straight into method number one. That brings us to method number one, which is the My Career Games method. Now, this method can be done in either key games or regular games. This method is really good because you get all of your salary VC and all you have to do is play one quarter. The way you do this method is very simple. All you want to do, you want to go ahead and get into your My Career game, whether it's a key game or a regular game, it doesn't matter. And now that you're in the game, what you want to do is pick up 4 fouls. Now make sure you do not pick up more than 4 fouls, because if you do, you will get no VC for that game. By the time you get your 3rd foul, you should be at the halftime break, and then once the halftime break is over, you want to go ahead, pick up your 4th foul, and then you should be subbed in into the 4th quarter. Once you pick up your 4th foul and you are in the 4th quarter, all you want to do is play the game out. But once your game is over, assuming you didn't get more than 4 fouls, you were going to get all of your salary VC for that game, and you only have to play one quarter, and you can do this over and over and over again. There's 82 games in a My Career season. Now moving on to method number 2, which is the Art of Shooting Gym method. This method is also really good. It is going to allow you to get 500 VC every time you go into the Art of Shooting Gym and do any of the shooting workouts. Keep in mind, you can also do this method on brand new builds. However, there is a 1-hour cooldown, so keep that in mind whenever you're doing this method. But what you want to do, you want to go ahead and go into the Art of Shooting Gym, which I just showed y'all on the map. If it's your first time going on here, which, you know, if you're on a new build, it will be, you're going to get that cutscene. You want to skip that. Then you want to go up to Lethal Shooter. Now, assuming that you are on a new build, you want to do one zone 1 week, because it doesn't really matter. We're on a build that we're never really going to use. So you just want to pick any of the zones. It doesn't really matter. And you just want to do the drill. Now, you just want to take 10 shots from any zone. As you can see, I didn't even pass it. Only made 7 shots. I failed the zone, but I'm still gonna get VC for it. That's what makes it so good. As you can see, by just completing one drill, it doesn't matter which one you do, I got a free 500 VC along with some season XP. Remember, there is a 1-hour cooldown even if you make another new build. Now moving on to method number 3, and in my opinion, method number 3 is the best VC method I'm gonna talk about in this video. That method being the FIBA method. Now, when you complete this method, you're gonna get a free 25,000 VC, which you're not really gonna see with any of the other methods. So step 1 of doing this method, you wanna make sure that you pick a seasonal goal that only makes you play 6 games and not more than that. Once you do that, you should be getting into your first season. Now that you're into your first season, what you want to do is you only want to play the key games. You don't want to play any of the regular games. Now, in total for this method, we are going to have to play 36 key games. There are 12 key games this season. To get the 25k VC, you have to play 3 seasons. And I know 3 seasons sounds like a lot of time, but I am going to give y'all a method real quick that is going to allow you to get done with these seasons as quick as possible. And what you want to do when you get into those key games, just immediately foul out. Don't even play it. Don't even do the method where you get 4 fouls and play the 4th quarter. Just get 6 fouls and foul out. And you want to do this for every single key game, because we're not looking for the individual VC from each key game. We're looking for the 25k VC that we get at the end of this thing. If your team makes the playoffs, you want to go ahead and make sure you get 4-0 swept. Ideally, you want your team to miss the playoffs, so if you could pick a bad team, that would be perfect. Once you get into your offseason, you want to go to your My Court and you want to talk to Patrick. Make sure you pick the first option that pops up for your offseason focus, because that is the option that is going to allow us to get the 25k VC. Once you do that, it's going to allow you to pick some NBA players that you get to put on your team. Just pick the best ones possible. And then once you do that, you're going to be loaded into a game. What you want to do, you don't even want to play this game. You can if you want to, but you don't have to. You want to sim out of the game. If your team loses, close app immediately, because if you close app, the game is not going to count and you can go right back in and make sure your team wins. But if your team did win, that's perfect. Then you just want to wait it out and then you're done with that season. Again, if your team lost, just keep doing it until your team wins. And then once you get to season number 3, again, you want to go to the My Court, you want to talk to Patrick. It's going to make you pick your team. And then once you get into the game, do the same thing. Sim out, make sure your team won if they didn't close app, and then boom, you get your 25k VC. It is that simple. The hardest part about this method is fouling out of the 36 games, which might take you an hour or 2, but in my opinion, getting 25k VC out of it, it's definitely worth it. Now, I'm not 100% sure what 2K did to this method, but it used to be like you could keep repeating this on the same build. You could play another 3 seasons and then get another 25k VC. 2K either put a cooldown on it or they made it to where you can't repeat it on the same build. I've had a few people in my comments say that if they get on a new build and do it, it works. If I were you, I would wait another day before doing it again just to be safe. I'm not 100% sure what the cooldown is, so if someone knows in the comments, let me know. But yeah, there's definitely a limit to how many times you can do it in a day. Now, method number 4 is going to be the street ball court method. Now, there are 4 available street ball courts for me. I'm at the one at the bottom of the map that is called the Dunes. What you want to do when you get here, you want to go up to this billboard right here. And then once you do that, you want to play the guy named Danny Dunkman. Once you pick his name, you want to go ahead and pick your teammates, and then you want to hit options and start the game. And legit, all you want to do whenever you get into a game, you just want to win as fast as possible. That's literally all there is to this method. Just play defense, get the ball back as quick as possible. And then whenever you get on offense, don't waste any time. Just go ahead and score. We are now on offense. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go up the court. It's really simple. All you got to do, go up the court, step back, shoot over him. That's all you got to do. It's really simple. Look, all you want to do whenever you get the ball back on offense, snatch back, shoot over him. I might have missed that one. Oh, I made it. Like, it's so easy to shoot. Even whenever you miss time, it goes in. But like, this goes by so quick. But y'all get the point. I'm gonna go ahead and end this game, and then y'all are gonna see how much VC I actually get. And if you're really blowing out the other team, you get a shut it down, which I actually got because I was blowing out the team so bad. Regardless of if you get a shut it down or not, the VC that you get from this is really, really good. Y'all are about to see 398 VC for like 2 minutes of my time at the most. You can just continue to replay it. Even though his name is grayed out, you can just go right back in and play him again. You're gonna get the same amount of VC. Now moving on to the next VC method, which is going to be quests. Now quests are gonna allow you to get a lot of VC over time, and there isn't really any particular quest that is the best for getting VC because there are just so many to pick from. I mean, you got all of these right here that all give you 10k VC. Now the ones that give you a large amount of VC usually are gonna take a really long time to complete. But if you go down, you're going to see daily quests that, you can complete in a day, obviously. You hit R1, you can go to the side quests. I mean, there's more right here, 2,500, 500. And then you get the seasonal quests as well. I mean, 2,500 for every single quest right here. There are just so many quests to pick from. Make sure you are checking the quest tab frequently because there are some really good ways to get VC here. Moving on to the next VC method, which is going to be endorsements. Endorsements are another really good way to get VC. I mean, as you can see, I have every single one of my endorsements signed. 1,400 VC, 1,600 VC, 1,800 VC, I mean 2,000 VC. You can get a lot of VC from these endorsements. That's like over 10k just sitting right here. And it's really easy to get endorsements as well. All you want to do is complete the requirements for each endorsement. All you want to do to get endorsements is just follow the requirements for endorsements. Now, for all the ones that I just showed you, which I'm gonna go back to real quick, these, I think all you have to do is get a certain amount of fans. So you need 900,000 NBA fans, 450,000 local fans, and 2 million total fans to get the Gatorade endorsement. But if you look at the left, look how many fans I have. I mean, I have 28 million fans total. To get fans, literally all you have to do is just complete games in any mode. My career, you can play park, you can play literally any mode you can think of. And over time, you're gonna get a bunch of fans. Make sure you go check this endorsement tab often and go claim your endorsements. And then once you reach that fan threshold or whatever you want to call it, you want to make sure that you go check this endorsements tab right here and claim all of your endorsements. If you do not go here and claim them, you're never going to see the VC. You have to make sure that you're manually claiming them. So going ahead and getting into the next method, which is going to be the 2K TV method. Now, the way this method works, for every single 2K TV episode, they have questions that you can answer that pop up throughout the episode. And for every question that you get right, you are going to get VC for answering that question correctly. You want to wait for questions like these to pop up on screen. So who recently became the first NBA player to surpass 50,000 points? That is obviously LeBron James. And then once you get these questions right, you're gonna get rewarded with VC for it. There are a lot of questions per episode, and in total there are 25 episodes available. A new one comes out every single Friday. Now I'm gonna have the answers to every single available episode to date pinned in the comments down below. And I'm not gonna lie, getting all the 2K TV answers did take a minute for me to do. So if you could, I would really appreciate it if you could drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. Next is gonna be playing events. Now, basketball guys, for example, if you manage to get a streak of 6, now you don't see it on screen unfortunately, but if you manage to get a streak of 6, you could have gotten 10,000 VC just from going on a 6-game winning streak in this event. Pretty sure it was the same thing with Deep End. If you got 35,000 plus points, I believe you got either 5,000 or 10,000 VC from that event as well. Now, these events usually last from Saturday to Sunday, so you have about 2 days to play these events. And if you're in the search for VC, I definitely recommend playing these events. And that brings us to the last two methods of this video, that being the daily spin and the daily pick'em. So first up, we got the daily spin. So you have a chance to win VC from the wheel. Like, look at that. I just got 3,000 VC from the wheel. Now it resets every day, I believe at 2 a.m. Eastern time. So make sure you are doing that every day. And then next up, we get the daily pick'em. So all you have to do for this one, you have to pick the NBA teams that you think are going to win. So I'm confident in every single one of these picks. Obviously, we're going to see whenever these games finish, but make your picks, hit submit. And then as you can see, for every pick that you get right, you're gonna get 100 VC. That's gonna be 1100 VC for just picking who I think is gonna win. If y'all could drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel, I would really appreciate it. I did just give y'all all the best VC methods in NBA 2K25, so it would be really appreciated.